It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's the 11th day of May 2022. It's 58 degrees and windy here at Site B, and I thought I was done with the news today, but then I just casually checked, and they've just announced a Bob's Burgers movie. Which is not what we're talking about. We're talking about the fact that Wizards of the Coast / D&D Beyond just announced for the very first time they're delisting books. As of May 17th, Volos Guide to Monsters and Mordekainen's Tomb of Foes will disappear from D&D Beyond as of May 17th. Which means, don't worry if you already purchased Volos Guide to Monsters and Mordekainen's Tomb of Foes. Anything you took from those digital properties and put on anything that you have on D&D Beyond will not go away. So if you've got a D&D Beyond character and it's a race from Volos Guide to Monsters, or it's got some magic item from Mordekainen's Tomb of Foes, or a feat, or whatever gibbly gop that's in those things, it won't just disappear. But the actual digital books will, quote unquote, disappear from D&D Beyond. Which, I mean, that doesn't really mean much of anything, because nothing disappears from the internet. It'll just be way harder to find, but the information will still technically be out there. Why are they doing this? Well, they're doing this because Mordekainen's Multiverse of Madness and Monsters is coming out. Say that 7 times fast. And that has all the stuff that was in Volos Guide to Monsters and Mordekainen's Tomb of Foes, plus a whole bunch of other stuff. So why have Volos and Mordekainen's if we've got all the stuff redone and represented with the new format and everything else as per Mordekainen's Monsters of the Multiverse, which doesn't star Benedict Cumberbatch. Maybe if they could get Benedict Cumberbatch to play Mordekainen, then it would be Mordekainen's Monsters of the Multiverse of Madness. Does this mean, Wizards of the Coast, if I've already purchased Mordekainen's Presents Tomb of Foes and Volos Guide to the Monsters, when they disappear on the 17th, am I going to get Mordekainen's Presents Monsters of the Multiverse for free to make up for the fact that I spent $60 on stuff that now is gone? Are you going to give me Mordekainen's for free? No. Of course not, you silly sausage. Pretty much, I think the reason why Wizards of the Coast bought D&D Beyond was because D&D Beyond said they weren't going to put Mordekainen's Monsterverse of the Multiverse onto their platform because they didn't see the point. They were like, the stuff's already there. Why should we add a new book that's got the exact same shit? We've already got Volos and Mordekainen's and Tasha's. Everything that's in those is in this, so no. Why? And Wizards of the Coast is because. Remember when they said, look, here's right here. January 20th, D&D Beyond said they will not replace existing monsters with Monsters of the Multiverse. Wizards of the Coast said, oh, yes, you will. That's why we're going to buy you. I'm sure they bought you for other stuff, but let's face it, that was out there. I mean, the second they said they were going to buy it and bought it, I was like, So, yeah, if you already spent all the money on Volos Guide and Mordekainen's, cut and paste that shit now. Download the PDFs if they exist. Find the free stuff online to make a copy of it or whatever, because the digital information is going to vanish from D&D Beyond on May 17th, I guess probably at midnight, as per the magic of however this stuff works. But don't worry, because you'll be able to buy Mordekainen's Presents Monsters of the Multiverse at its full digital price the second it becomes available. Will you get a discount? No. Will you get it for free? No. As for the physical versions of Volos and Mordekainen's, Wizards of the Coast has not said whether they're going to discontinue those or not. But let's face it, they're going to discontinue them for the Mordekainen's. And no, you're not going to get a coupon or a discount or whatever, or a free errata, because you bought the physical Volos and you bought the physical Tomb of Foes. Nope, you're going to have to rebuy Mordekainen's Present if you want to see it all over again with all the new stuff and all the new things. Now, are there things in Volos Guide and Mordekainen's Foes that aren't in Mordekainen's Presents Monsters of Madness? There's some fluff, and there's some random tables in the two of those that won't be in Mordekainen's Presents. So, yeah. Without seeing any of these products and having no idea exactly what's in them, but I generally understand that there's probably bits and pieces and bobs and things in Guide to Monsters and Tomb of Foes that won't be in Mordekainen's Present Monsters and Monsters. God, could have they not come up with a simpler title? Jesus, it's exhausting just saying that, Wizards of the Coast. I mean, I love you 30% of the time, but geez. There's could we just call it MPMOM? Or something like that? Or just the Doctor Strange Mordekainen 2 Electric Boogaloo? I don't know. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I guess table, some fluff, some other things didn't translate. And it's going to disappear. But again, don't worry, because if you've taken stuff from Guide and Tomb and put it in your digital character records or whatever, or your DM and your world notes, that won't mysteriously disappear. Or at least as of today, they claim that won't mysteriously disappear. Things may change. I mean, they did say we're not going to put Mordekainen's on D&D Beyond, and whoop, and Mordekainen's on D&D Beyond. So right now they're saying, don't worry, if you took a feat from, Tomb of Foes, just because Tomb of Foes is disappearing, that information is not going to go away. It's still there. It's still there. Maybe. So yeah, send out your little digital fingers to do some crawling to see if you can find some PDFs of Tomb of Foes and Guide to Monsters if you still want to keep whatever's on there, because those digital properties are going to mysteriously vanish on May 17th. Are we going to see more things mysteriously vanish as we get closer and closer to whatever they have planned for 2024? I'll bet you $1 we are. I don't know what, but I bet there's a few things that came out pre-Tasha's that will disappear and be updated to whatever we see starting next year. For 2024. 2023 is going to be an interesting year, especially for people who have been playing D&D 5e since day one, and then they're like, wait, all my stuff, it doesn't count anymore? I got to start all over? Yes, you do. Remember what we did with D&D 3.5? We're doing it again. But we love you. Wizards of the Coast, you silly, silly sausages. And you, silly, silly sausages, for thinking that if you bought the digital copies, you were going to get something else for free. Nope. You still have to rebuy it if you want to use the new shit once it disappears. On that charming note, let's bring this day to an end. If you appreciate the nonsense that's coming out of my mouth, let me know. If you don't appreciate the nonsense that's coming out of my mouth, let me know, because remember, I can't fix it if you don't tell me what's broken. Have a great evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow. And of course, as always, get out of my internet, you damn kids. You just got delisted and you don't exist anymore.